What do you guys think about in terms of our show and, you know, how we're opening the conversation around bisexuality and representation? What else could we do in kind of encouraging those conversations?
I think what I like about the show is the complexity of the topics that come with being a bisexual. And I think that the show is doing a really good job because there's so many layers to it, and it isn't just one kind of formula, and it's about how one feels about their identity, but also their impressions of society. And there's so many different stories and so many different experiences, but I think we're talking about a very specific experience to one of the creators. So I think it's done in a very nuanced way, which I think is very important.
You know, for someone to come out, this idea that they were like, their true self is finally out there, and I've seen that in the show, and it's just something I've come to really appreciate. Yeah.
That's very cool.
I think what's interesting also about the show is that we see a lot of gay stories, and that's been amazing, but we don't see a lot of bi stories, so it's also bringing that to light. And I know I have a massive queer community, and there's a lot of stigma still towards bi people that you don't know if they're straight or not. And I now have a boyfriend as well for many years, and people just are like, oh, you're just assume that you're straight. And it's like, you don't need to walk around with a sticker on your head talking about your sexuality. I think that's a big struggle in the bisexual world.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, so we're trying to open up the conversation, I think.
Yeah. Did you talk to your parents, or did they talk to you about sex when you were growing up?
No, didn't. Left that up to the sex ed. But man, I swear the things, maybe this is just me creating these memories, but I was given so much misinformation by my 9th grade gym teacher. I'm sure of it, because he had to, like the show, he had to teach gym, and he also had to teach us sex ed. And I have these memories of what he told me that I'm like, this isn't true. There's no way that.
Yeah.
Do you what is one of them? Do you remember?
Do we?
you have one?
You want me to
I
tell?
I
yeah,
desperately want you to tell, more than anything.
So I have
right now.
this memory that he said that if your eye came in contact with a vagina, you would get an infection in your eye.
I mean, don't put your eye on vaginas. That's a general rule.
Yeah, that's a safe bet, but I mean, what happens if there's some cross-contamination, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good
That's
rule.
a fair rule.
But I was taught
No
abstinence,
judgment.
yeah. Not by my
Abstinence?
parents, but in school, abstinence was grade 8. It didn't work. Sorry.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Yeah. But she had a conversation about sex when I was 14.
Okay.
From her life experience, she brought into the fold, and it was a very open conversation.
Did you find that you were able to then open up to her later? And was that
Yeah,
easier?
I mean, I don't talk about my sex life to her. It's weird, but
You do
she
talk
knows.
to the
yeah,
internet
yeah,
about it, though.
I
The
am
world.
now.